Hey, all my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel, where we embrace our femininity, increase our womanly values, and celebrate our brothers. So join me on our feminine journey to learn, heal, and grow. How we doing? How we doing today? Everybody feeling all right? Okay, so I finally went ahead and decided that the show is moving forward. We are going to start at 5:30 Eastern p.m. So, excuse me. I'm officially changing the time. Okay. Thank you for the early contributions I greatly appreciate. Thank you, Mike. Said Crimson, these hyenas have lost their minds. They want you to take them to a 5-star restaurant for a first date. This is why I'm so happy I'm single. No drama. You know, every once in a while, StreamYards plays with me. Now I know y'all can hear the sound, but I can't hear it. Give me one moment. Thank you for holding on. Now we're going to see if I can hear. Thank you so much. Damien said, good evening. Blessings be to you. I can smell them hyena back feet cooking medium well, please. Will do. Thank you, Steve, for your contribution as well. Thank you so much, Miss Celine. Said, wait for everyone to say it was a stunt. Shaking my head. I like the Cheesecake Factory. I don't like restaurants where the meals are too fancy. And you know, I think people want it to be a stunt, but it's not. The way his reaction was to being recorded, I'm gonna go ahead and play it. I'm probably gonna play it like 2-3 times because we're gonna break it down. The way he was like, "Are you recording me?" That wasn't no skit. He was like sort of surprised that I don't think he knew she was live. And he probably wouldn't have known because he's driving. Probably trying to talk to her, trying to figure out why her responses is bootleg. That's the first red flag. Well, it wasn't the first red flag. The first red flag was that beauty supply store purple LA girl lipstick that she had on, but whatever. Thank you, Travel Dazzle. Said we have more money in our bank accounts now than ever. It's great. As much as I love entertainment and 5-star restaurants, they're not worth it. They're very rarely worth it. The only time that an expensive restaurant is worth it is if you really, really like that cuisine and you're trying to have an experience. And it's like with someone special, not, oh, this is just a date. Let me just, I'm going to divulge something to y'all. I had never been to the Cheesecake Factory before like last month, where hubby took me to the Cheesecake Factory. I never been to the Cheesecake Factory. I just didn't have no occasion to go. I'm like, okay, it's just another restaurant. Their specialty is cheesecake, but I know that it's a restaurant. But I wasn't tripping on trying to get there. And the food was decent. It was decent. And y'all know that decent is Chicago for it was good. But it was decent. You know, I like the vibe. We sat outside. We had our food. They give you a good portion. Okay. You get a good portion. They not skimpy or whatever. And I didn't see nothing wrong with the Cheesecake Factory. I didn't see nothing wrong with the Cheesecake Factory. Well, see, you can't go. Okay. That's probably true. I didn't try nothing like that. But see, you can't go to a place that, okay, like for instance, if you want chicken masala, you got to go to an Indian restaurant. Anybody else is not going to cook that masala. They're not going to cook tikka or butter chicken or none of that authentically if it's a place that kind of do all around food, so you gotta go to an Indian spot. If you want masala and chicken korma and all that, you gotta go to an Indian spot for that. Good luck finding a clean one. You gotta go to an Indian spot. No shade. But thank you, Kendra. I like the way you broke it off without disrespecting her at all. Keep it up, Chris. I'm gonna cook her. We gonna cook the whole situation. Thank you, Mogul. Says she wasn't appreciative at all. Will probably remain single. Probably. Thank you again, Miss Celine. Said Cheesecake Factory sound upscale for a first date. Yeah, I didn't see nothing wrong with it for a first date. I mean, you could easily spend $150 plus for two people. You can easily do that. Don't let you buy one of them little high slices of cheesecake. The cheesecake like $15, $16 for one slice of the cheesecake, ain't it? Thank you again. So I don't live near a cheesecake factory. When I do go with friends and family, I see it as a treat. Yes, it's a treat restaurant. She act like he pulled up at Burger King. Thank you, Lucky Lefty. Said, blessing, Kendra. I just wanted to contribute to the conversation. The look on that hyena heifer face had me laughing. Thanks to you, heifers, hyenas, hippos, and hags, men have woken up. They definitely haven't. I don't think women like her have caught on that men are on to the shenanigans. Men have caught on to the shenanigans. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually play the video in full, because we're going to hear and see his actual response to her disrespect. This is when Sprinkle's advice go left, y'all. Y'all on here talking about this sprinkle stuff and listening to all these little TikTok gurus telling y'all what y'all gotta say and what you gotta do, and if he don't spend this amount and if he don't spend that amount, then he's trash. Got y'all gassed up like y'all pretty. Most of y'all are average at best. This chick thinks she fine. Talking about when it's a beautiful woman like me, chick, ma'am, you got a lime green dress on with purple lipstick, ma'am. Your knotless braids at least 2 weeks old, ma'am. And you overweight. He took a chick to the cheesecake factory, look like she eat cheesecakes. I ain't see nothing wrong. In any case, we're going to watch it in full. It's about 6 minutes. I'm going to let you see it all the way through, hopefully. And then we're going to start breaking it down part by part. But here we go. The first red flag is that she's on the phone while he's driving. This chick is a size 16. She between a size 14 and 16. She's got on this Fashion Nova top. This ain't even a Sheen top. This a Fashion Nova. It might even be a rainbow top. Ain't nobody stupid. She got on these beauty supply store glasses and beauty supply store earrings. Them earrings is a whole $2.99 out here. Her lipstick, okay, is also out of the beauty supply store, because only the beauty supply store sells them kind of colors. You either got to go super cheap to get a purple, or you got to go expensive to get a purple. If you go expensive to get a purple, it's going to be the right shade of purple and the right pigmentation. Only if you go into a beauty supply store and get the Ruby Kisses brand, do you come out with this shade of purple? Let's go.
Let me just get the door for you.
Okay. He got me at the Cheesecake Factory, y'all. I ain't getting out this car. Yes.
Would you want me to open?
Is that a pimple on her double chin? Hold on. Is that a pimple underneath her double chin? And is that something in her nose? You kidding me? Are you kidding me? Let me tell y'all something, ladies. Y'all are not being feminine while you being disrespectful. All that smiling and trying to talk soft while you disrespecting somebody, that's not feminine. So trying to smile while you disrespecting people, you still in your masculine and disrespectful. That man came around that corner to open the door for you, Miss Hairbump. Tried to ombre that cheap lipstick. Oh, you getting roasted? Trying to ombre this little cheap lipstick. Didn't work. Failed. Okay? Knock it off. Okay? I know them some cheap beauty supply store sunglasses, because I done had some sunglasses like that. Cost me $3.99. Boom. Them earrings, you know, them like $2.99. Ma'am.
Open the door for you?
Okay.
Are you're recording me?
Yeah. Yeah. This is the Cheesecake Factory. This is the Cheesecake Factory, y'all.
What's the problem with that?
This is a chain restaurant. Who takes someone that looks like this to a chain restaurant?
When you look like you can eat all the cheesecakes. That's when we take you. When you a solid 187. We take you to where we think you want to go. Eat the cheesecake. Eat the cake, anime. She got me messed up today. Y'all, some of the men are asking what's an ombre. The new thing with women's lipstick is to take two colors and make them fade into one another, an ombre. Ma'am, with your 2-week-old braid hairstyle, ma'am, you needed to slick your edges, ma'am. What happened to the edge control, ma'am? You needed to have slicked them edges back. I know you didn't come outside talking about you don't go to the Cheesecake Factory with your edges not slicked back. Talking about a woman that look like this. See, this is what social media has done to y'all. Hold on. This is what social media has done to y'all. Got y'all way overestimating how you look. Just because you got your tatas out, that don't do nothing, ma'am. You still overweight. And you got an attitude. We're going to let it play through. We're going to let it play through some more. But I'm going to tell you why she thought she could get away with that with this guy. Y'all listening to these TikTok heifers try to tell y'all sprinkle and all that stupid stuff about how you gotta act with a man and you gotta test a man and you gotta say this and say that. No, This is what keeps you single. This is what makes you bitter. This is what keep you alone. She might as well go ahead, buy her a little Pomeranian and call it a cheap afternoon, ma'am. Cheap like the shirt you got on, ma'am. Try to act like, and the reason why I'm going in on how cheaply she's dressed is because she's trying to big it up. No. I know you ain't somewhere trying to be stuck up. She talked to him like that and treated him like that because she thought she had a lick. Trying to be nice nasty. Y'all you got to be nice first. Y'all don't even know how to be nice first before you can try to be nice nasty with somebody. While you be disrespectful, you needed to have popped that hair bump, got some tweezers, got that hair bump together, hit it with some salicylic acid and some witch hazel. We gonna hear the rest of why she's a problem. Let me get to these super chats. Let me see. Thank you, Bureau. So the more I see her, the more I see Miss Piggy. Yeah. Thank you, Travel Dallas says out. Guys know more now than ever. They're going out 3 to 4 times a week with different dudes, taking to go plates home to their kids. It's over. Exactly. Thank you, RJ Ramsey said first date is Pepe's on 95th and Harlem. Not 95th and Harlem. Not Oak Lawn. And don't get me wrong, I like Oak Lawn. But not the Pepe's in Oak Lawn. Tuesdays and Thursdays, 12 to 3. Not for the afternoon matinee. Oh, God. Half price margaritas and a buffet, $20, $30. Maybe the movie after. Somebody called Danica because you need to be on probation. Y'all taking advantage because I don't have a jail. But you need to at least be detained. At least a detainment. Thank you so much. Thank you, Damien. Said, hello, Miss Kendra, new Crimson. I love your work. Can I hear the hyena sound effect? Please. Of course you can, because this is what she was doing in that car. Thank you. JS said people would rather believe it's a skit versus accepting reality of how unbearable these hyenas are, like Passport Bros came from nowhere. Exactly. Thank you, Mike Jones said she was ungrateful, rude, and disrespectful. He was nice enough to drive her home. He sure was. He bet me. She'd have had to call her Uber, baby. Since it ain't good enough. Had it been me, she would have had to take an Uber home from the Cheesecake Factory. All right. Thank you again, Celine said, maybe because I'm from a small town, I'm easily impressed by restaurants like Cheesecake Factory. And that's fine. Thank you, Stephan said, if the man ain't trying to court you for marriage, the date don't mean nothing. No way. Marriage is the metric. And then she gonna say, I get courted. You don't know, you don't. You don't know what you get. I get courted. Well, what marriage? They don't even know the meaning of these words. Thank you, Keith. Another self-deluded hyena getting a dose of reality. Exactly. Thank you, Divine Photo said you would think dating out her attitude would be different, but nope, still the same. Plus, don't she know men of different ethnicities don't play that? We gonna get to that part too. Thank you, Travel Dallas said, LOL, you're not gonna be able to keep up with super chats on this one. The chat is funny as heck today. You're funny. Shout out to the chat. Thank you, Keith. Said cheap dress from Old Navy. Tea parties wear better makeup and dress better than her. There's some kind of detainment. I don't know what to do with y'all. Danica got the jail. I'm gonna have to think of something for y'all. Thank you, Farrell. So it makes me sad that degenerate ABWs think they're all that, but we have fine, humble, and feminine beauties in Africa who think low of themselves. I don't know if we want to think low of themselves, but we certainly would like humble lionesses. Thank you, Terry. Said Crimson, that ain't no feet, that's some foots. Exactly. Thank you, RJ. Say, bet there's bottle of Taylor Port in the fridge. I'm not familiar with that. But okay. Thank you, Barry. So, oh, the entitlement of these bras. Exactly. Thank you, Quiet Storm. So we can drag her look for hours, but there's a simp out there who worships the ground she walk on. They enable this delusion and entitlement. Thank you, Bureau. Says she left hungry and her hefty chest was deflated. Thank you, Original Man. Says she would have been walking to burn that fat. Thank you, Mr. Missing in 44. She needs to unbig her back and humble herself. Y'all know what? Let's get back. Let's go back because you're clowning now. You're clowning now. Here we go.
Talk about it. I'm fine with talking about it, even in front of them.
Oh yeah, I want to talk about it.
Yeah.
Come on, get up on in the car. Yeah, we're gonna talk about it.
Because she thought she was gonna eat. Look at her. Makeup badly done. Blush ain't the right color.
Oh, okay.
So
yes, let's talk about it. Let's talk about
She's
it.
still online
so
trying to talk and
a man
front
to
him
go
off.
all out on the first date. Is that right?
I mean, you're supposed to. Look at. I mean,
Is that right? So you expect a man to go all out on the first date. Is that right?
I mean, you're supposed to. Look at. I mean, when you take out a beautiful woman and you're courting her, because I get courted. So you're courting her, right? You're supposed to take care of her. You're supposed to cover her. You're supposed to protect her, cherish her, treat her well, right?
Yeah.
That's what you're supposed to do.
I agree. I went into this date as I expect, with the expectations for myself to keep you safe, you know, to respect you, to pay for your food, of course, pick you up, of course, and just treat you like a gentleman, which I believe I have done.
I mean, you've been pretty nice, but I mean,
and then
Cheesecake Factory.
I, on the other hand, have certain expectations for a girl I go out with on the first date. I expect her to be respectful too. I expect her to be cooperative, and at least, you know.
What did I do that wasn't cooperative?
Well, I mean, like, even like when we were walking.
She being uncooperative right now. You being uncooperative right now. Cheap earring set. Bad lashes. Sitting there with them beauty supply store magnetic lashes.
Into the car, you wouldn't put your hand around my arm or anything like that, or hold my hand or anything like that.
I mean, it's too early for that.
Okay.
I don't know you.
I can respect that. I can respect that. Okay. When I got to your apartment to pick you up, you didn't want to invite me in. I can respect that too. We're not
again.
I don't know there yet. Okay. I don't know yet. And then, but
I mean, I feel like I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do as a woman.
But
I got myself all made up.
There's nothing wrong with the Cheesecake Factory, right?
Yes, there's a lot wrong with the Cheesecake Factory.
Okay, well, look at my plan where we were gonna go originally. See, now that's where we should have went. All right there. Call him. No. What do you mean no? See, I specifically told you both yesterday and this morning that I'd come to pick you up at 4 p.m. Right? And I got to your place at 4 p.m. You didn't even come downstairs for another hour, and so I was waiting downstairs for an hour. Right? But I wasn't expecting for work to take me so.
When he brought up how late she was, I need y'all, I'm going to run that back. That's when she realized he wasn't playing with her. She saw exactly where he was going. I understand. He deflated her whole world when he said this. I'm going to run that back a little bit.
downstairs for an hour, right? But I was 4 p.m. You didn't even come downstairs for another hour, and so I was waiting downstairs for an hour, right?
But I wasn't expecting for work to take me so long. I got home a little late, and like I said, I don't know you well enough to invite you up into my apartment, and that is not possible.
And that's why I'm saying, I'm thinking, okay, if we're not there in the relationship to, meet at your apartment, then maybe we're not ready in a relationship for such a nice, fancy restaurant as Aria, especially if I'm paying for the whole thing, which I'm still willing to do. I would have been, but if we're late.
These are the moments when she's realizing she played herself. Now it's dawning on her just how bad she played herself here. Oh, the look on her face is wonderful. She's playing all them games she played, coming down an hour late. Played yourself because he told you he was going to be there at 4 p.m. See, men of a certain caliber, they say stuff, they mean that. Punctuality is important to them because everything else got to be punctual because even their leisure is structured. So if I tell you I'm going to be there at 4, you need to be ready at 3:59, baby. You need to be ready at 3:59. Because other than that, red flag to him. Because now you're playing with his time. You're playing with his time. He sat there an hour. See, I'm almost glad he did that just to show her how she's moving and how a man that's worth something is not. He did not come to play with her. All them little sprinkle games. All that little sitting there like you look like somebody and trying to front somebody off and trying to say something slick, and now you got him fronted on now you got him all on live stream like you really finna front him off, like you gonna tell him and then you gonna, you know what I'm saying, put him on Front Street in front of the world so they can see how you gonna run him and how you gonna tell him. See, men don't deal with that. This is facts. Too early for that. I don't know you. Okay, but take me to an expensive restaurant. Audacity was on sale right along with that 99-cent lipstick she had on, baby. Okay. She knew she had done messed up when he brought up just how late she was. You wasn't 5 minutes, 3 minutes, or I'll come right down. You were not even gracious about being late. See, these are the parts that y'all are missing. Y'all are talking about all these standards and how you a boss and how a man need to treat you. Y'all don't even have good etiquette. You all are not even gracious at all. See, that's a part of femininity, being gracious, having humility, all of these different things. If he shows up on time and you look down and you're going to be a couple of minutes late, give that man a call or go downstairs. Apologize to him. You can't even be a gracious hostess. Apologize to that man. It's going to take me another 5 or 10 minutes to get ready. I'm deeply apologetic. Come on up. I'll give you something to drink. We can talk for a while and I'll finish getting ready. Is that okay? Have some type of humility about it. And then he can probably be like, well, okay. You know what I'm saying? I know women be taking forever. You know, although I did tell you ahead of time, twice, what time I was going to be here. But okay, if it's just going to be a couple of minutes, I can probably deal with that. Invite the man up. Have him have a seat. But y'all can't invite nobody up to that disgusting apartment you live in. You don't want him to see how you live. That's number one. That's part of it. Let's talk about that part. That's part of it. We're not even done with the video. Part of it is you don't want Dupinder to see how you living. So he go back to his boy. She doesn't live very well. I went up to her apartment and I didn't. I don't know what that smell. It was an odor. Brother, wallah, it was an odor. I didn't really want to sit on the furniture. She had one chair there and one table, and the house was like a whirlwind. Like a whirlwind, brother. I couldn't believe the woman that I met lived like this.
I mean, I told you twice.
It wasn't that late.
We literally left your place at the time the reservation was supposed to be. And I specifically said 4 because maybe we could get there early and even have some time to get to know each other on the way there and while we're in the parking lot.
Because she doesn't like Mr. Singh. She doesn't like Sanjeet. And I'm not trying to be funny with his name. She don't like Sanjeet. She don't like him. She was going to drag him along for as long as she could drag him along. Listen, I'm going to let it finish. I don't know who y'all think these men are.
I'm waiting for a reservation.
We can still get to know each other. Isn't there another restaurant you can call that, like, the equivalent to that? I mean,
I literally
you don't understand. Look at me. I cannot go in the Cheesecake Factory.
There's nothing wrong with
I will die. That's embarrassing.
Listen, as I said, I have very specific certain expectations for that.
No.
I can tell it's not gonna be there. And maybe we're not right for each other. So respectfully, I'm gonna just drop you off at home.
Oh no, he didn't.
Yeah, I'm up.
So you just want to call it a night? I mean, Isn't there some kind of compromise or something?
The compromise is you want home.
Ladies, can you believe this?
Yep.
I'm sorry, y'all.
He just pulled out of the parking space.
If I don't feel respected, I am not gonna go through with the rest of the day.
Well, I mean, you are serious. You're really leaving.
Yeah. I mean, you didn't want this place anyway, right?
I mean, I understand that I was late. I understand that. I understand that I could have been a bit more cooperative. You made some good points. That's why I'm willing to compromise. Are you sure?
Too late. You already took this L. Now the reality. Oh, I done messed up. I done played games with this man, all up and through, all kinds of games. I done talked to him a certain way. I done, you know what I'm saying? Now I'm trying to finesse, but I got an attitude when I'm doing it. All on this boss chick, I know my worth type foolishness that's going on right now. Now she's starting to understand as her cheap lipstick fade off her lips. Now it's still daylight. That man like, look, you going back to the crib to your seafood boil. Okay? Go on back to your seafood boil. Do you want to stop at the store so we can get some crawfish boil, Some Zatarans? You want a pack of Zatarans? Cause I'm willing to stop and get you a pack of Zatarans, some chips, and a tall Arizona tea. I'm down. You want to stop at the store?
You want to go home?
I don't have a lot of rules. I don't have a lot of expectations for a first date, but I've already set them, and you've broken every one.
Oh
so
my God.
I'm sorry. We're dropping you off home.
All right, whatever. Well, I mean, I guess I understand. You got to do what you got to do.
She feeling that L. Oh, she feeling that L.
I understand where you're coming from.
No. You was gonna front him off. See, she started the video with the sunglasses. You feel me? She started the video with the sunglasses and the stupid smirk on her face. He wiped that smirk right off. So respectfully. So she would not have an excuse to go and tell her girlfriends on how, he talked to her and Glad she recorded it. You could tell he got a nice car too. This dude is driving like a Beamer or something with the leather on there. She thought, okay, first of all, she thought she had a lick. I'm going to get back to these super chats in a little bit. She thought she had a lick. Listen, let me tell y'all something, y'all little American women. Them East Indian men, Pakistani men, Indian men, them Middle Eastern men, them Arabs and Palestinian men and Armenian men, those are the last men that's gonna simp for you. Them the last men that's about to do that. See, y'all get tricked because those men understand chivalry. And they will be chivalrous. They're very kind. If they like you, they're very kind. They're very thoughtful. They're very protective. They're very willing to put their masculine energy on the table. They will readily do that. When they like you, they'll do it. I've had, when I was in college, plenty of Arab men, Jordanian men, Palestinian men that were interested in marriage. And when they stepped to me, they were very respectful and they were willing to be very romantic with me, not in a sexual way, but just chivalrous, very respectful. Getting the chair for you, getting stuff for you, making sure, you know what I'm saying? See, y'all think that when them men be nice, that they're gonna be simps. That man is not about to simp up after you. He took you right back where he got you after calmly explaining to you the L that you took. And while you taking this L, that was worse than a whooping. That was worse than cussing her out. He did worse to her than cussing her out. Cussing her out, she know how to deal with that. What she didn't know how to deal with was a man that had already had his standard. He let you play a little foolishness just to really see who you were. You showed your behind. And now you get to go back home. Bye. I ain't out of nothing but a little gas. I'm out of some time, but that's all right. Dodged the whole bullet with you. Because I really was taking a chance with you anyway. Because not only are you a black woman, and trust me, they feel a way about that, you were not the finest of the black women that I could have got. But what you did was you played like you was going to be nice. You played like you was nice, which is what earned you the date. That man came punctual. He came with an itinerary for the date. He came with patience and good verbal communication, very clear communication, respectful. Take this L respectfully. Take your L respectfully. I'm telling you, that was worse than a whooping for her, because he caught her right in her ego. Right in her ego. He didn't do nothing but drop fat because you was late. You uncooperative. You didn't even so much as hold my hand or hold my arm or do, you know what I'm saying? Everything is too early in the relationship for, well, then it's too early for me to be spending that money like that then. It was too early. You would have went to the restaurant you wanted to go to had you not been playing with my time and got down here when I told you I was going to be here. Now you would have been having a good time. But you didn't want to do that. You wanted to play. You wanted to play with me. Like I was so thirsty up after you that I needed to play with you. No, I don't need to play with you. You're ungrateful, you uncooperative, you got an attitude, you not humble. Like, girl, get out of here. In 2023, for a man to even take you on a date in the first place, you should have been grateful. But no, y'all got a nasty little attitude and y'all got a haughty attitude. Like somebody got to be, you know what I'm saying, just enthralled to be in your presence. Ain't nobody, you know what I'm saying, need to just, oh my God, she let me talk to her. Who is y'all? With y'all little funky attitude and your bacterial vaginosis and your air mattress on the floor in the house? Who are you? That man look like he got his life together. You look like you struggling once they put them student loans back on and they debit that money out your account. You looking like you late on your car note. Girl, bye. Sitting there looking like you buy all your groceries on credit. Stop. Ma'am. Sitting there like you eat all the bread that they bring out first before they bring your food. You eat the whole tray of bread. Sitting there looking like you want a refill on the pop. You're ungrateful. This is why y'all stay single, because y'all listen to these chicks talking about some, you got to do this and you got to do this and say that and act like this and act like that with these dudes. And if he ain't on your program, then he is a dusty and he this and he that. Well, and you end up being just this nasty wretch of a woman. I was so pleased. One time my husband took me to one of his favorite diners. It wasn't no super fancy place, but it was nice and quaint. And he was like, you know, this is one of my favorite places. They cook food real good, blah, blah, blah. I didn't go in there. I don't eat in places like that. Girl, yes, you do. Yes, you do. Sit down. Yes, you do. Order some pancakes like you order the pancakes. Eat the pancakes, anime. You do eat in places like this. Sit down. Now he can take you home. Gone back to Drontavius and them. That's going to bring you a bag of Cheez-Its. Okay? He going to bring you a bag of Cheez-Its, some of that Chinese food from that little hole in the wall Chinese food place where they don't do nothing but sprinkle MSG on it, get your headache. You gonna eat that pork fried bacon. I mean that pork fried rice. And he gonna bring you a tall Arizona tea that he gonna drink half of before he get there. And you're gonna be on your knees all night with him. He ain't gonna give you a couple of dollars or nothing. Thank you, Damien said, wait till you see the oyster chick. I'm not familiar with the oyster chick, but thank you so much. Thank you, Solo T said this is a product of the Housewives show. Exactly. Thank you, Miss Lou Casely, for your super sticker, sweetheart. Thank you, Farrah. So remind me of that big Samoan dude from Blindside. Thank you, Mr. Mrs. said she is the table, literally. Thank you, RBNs at 10-minute grace, then I'm out. No cap. Right, especially with no communication. Thank you, Travel. So why women always playing in their hair that's not theirs and braids didn't move since the previous stroke. Right. Thank you, Lewis. So women of her ilk should stop playing games. Just let men know they price up front and take the cash and take their own self out. Yeah. Thank you, Miss Lucy. Said this woman too old for this foolishness and being on live like she's some celebrity. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. DDEC said, hey, much love, sis. She needed to cut the crap with her Velcro imitation Milli Vanilli dollar store mop on. Drops the mic. Y'all are silly today. Definitely. Thank you, Christian. Said these chicks' mattresses sit on the floor, no frame, no box spring, and it's a 6-inch thick, not a 6-inch thick. Thank you, Trace. At Crimson, I think this is where we need to reintroduce that brick. Thank you, Lucy. Said, I don't give her a pass. She knew she was an hour late. She just didn't think he'd go through with canceling the date. She'll find another simp to use. Thank you, Barry. Said, did you notice the broad kept staring at the camera like Oliver Hardy from no classic Laurel and Hardy slapstick shows? Yeah, how you on your date breaking the fourth wall? Anyway, thank you, Ruminant. Said Indian thought he didn't rate Zaddy treatment. Thank you, D. Said this is what you sisters left us, brother men, for. Okay, bye. Don't let the door hit you on the way out. Thank you, RBN. So this brother's a true gangster. This is non-beta behavior. Exactly. He did it. He came at her like a straight up man. Okay. He didn't get emotional with her. You wasting my time. You doing it. He didn't raise his voice. He do not. I ain't got time for all that. You want to be extra? You can be extra. You want to be brand new? You can stay in your box. I'm going to drop you off. I'm going to deliver you back to your house in your brand new box. And you're not going to ruffle my feathers. What, you thought you was going to ruffle my feathers? Huh? It take more than that. Take more than that to ruffle my feathers. You're not worthy of my feathers being ruffled. You the one, the flightless bird. We taking you back to the house, pigeon boo. Thank you, Sam. Said treat people as if you only have one chance. Exactly. Thank you, Terenzo. Said the sad part is the rest of the world looks down on our entire people because of 304 behavior like this, and even worse, look down on black men and blame us for it all. Thank you again, D. Said Cheesecake Factory is bomb for a first date. That's what I think. Jay Bubbles, I bet she ate Sonic or warmed up some Tyson's chicken nuggets when she got home. You know this hefty ever didn't miss out on eating something. Exactly. Thank you so much once again, Travel Dazzles. I often feel like our women have been poisoned. Their headspace is so bizarre. Let's pause for a moment to thank Crimson Cure and her humor, intelligence, and ability to articulate what most of us have been experiencing for years. If nothing else, it's great watching you. I appreciate that so much. Thank you so much once again for that generous contribution, Travel Dazzle. Thank you. Abik says she recorded her L. He manned up. Exactly. Thank you. Skinny Boy said big back Bertha breaches boundaries, booted back to the boneyard. Exactly. Thank you again, D. Said those Middle Eastern men truly don't play. No room for play. They will never ever let you run all over them. You won't yell at them either. Show not. You see, she tried to play, but she knew not to raise her voice, start cussing, getting belligerent. None of that. She was gonna get a different man. Sanjeet was gonna show her something else. He gonna show her another side. Thank you, Wayne. Said she brought the Ganges Rivers gangster out of scene. Thank you, Miss Almanac. Said straight facts being spoken. Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you. What's key to a gossip in today's episode of How to Fumble the Bag. Thank you again, Travels. The Sister Divested record is 0-365 this year. It's been quite a show. However, the Passport Bros is very real. Definitely. Thank you, Original Man. So sprinkle backfired. Yes. Thank you, H-Back. Said somebody called Umar sent Fubar Johnson hyena down. Thank you, Terry. Said Chocolate Thunder, stop. I'm over here dying. Thank you, Quiet Storm. Said you were mean when Miss Grant singing with me. Thank you, TJ. Says she just showed why no decent black man would deal with her. Nobody with standards would. Exactly. Thank you, Chano. Says she has bad appearance and mobility value. Exactly. She proved herself to be a liability in several ways. We're going to actually get to that. Thank you, Jeffrey. Said flambe mode. You're killing her for real. Thank you, H-Back. Said where's Umar and Glocktavius? These your queens. Umar hyenas are done. They are. Thank you, Miss Mia, for your super sticker, sweetheart. Thank you, Adrian. It's on the first day. You got 15 minutes. Then I'm out, and that's gracious. Thank you, Blackout. Say, I'm new to your channel. You're naturally funny. I appreciate the knowledge you provide from a logical woman's perspective, and I appreciate you, and welcome. Thank you, Mikhail. Says she was a whole hour late. Why did he still attempt to take her out? That's crazy to me. I understand their culture, but still, I'm actually glad he did it. Now, you know, it was more than gracious for him to wait that long, but you know, I probably think he wanted to prove a point to a certain degree as well. To a certain degree, prove a point to her. So for me, it could go either way. I would have left because you're obviously wasting my time. But I'm so glad he did that to result in this video, because that was not a skit. He wasn't playing with her. See what I'm saying? So I get what you're saying, and I agree. But I also get why he did what he did. Thank you again, Farrah. So you gonna fry Jada? She said Pac was her soulmate. She been said that. I don't know if Jada get my time. Thank you, Marcus. I like that he flat out told her he felt disrespected. Exactly. Okay. Here it is. We're going to talk about her bad value. Women, take note of everything that she did wrong. The first thing that she did wrong was that she's going out with a guy that she's not attracted to. She had no respect and she had no sexual attraction to that man. She thought she had someone that was going to be an easy lick and an easy simp for her because he was not black. Neither was he white. So for some reason, these women think that these men want them so badly, and they do not. Their women are perfectly compatible to them. They'll step out at times just to see. Every once and again, they will marry outside of their culture and outside of their race, but that is not very often. East Indians like that, Asians and stuff like that, those groups of people don't really marry outside of their culture and their race very often. So the first thing is her first mistake was going out with a man that she had no intention of being attracted to. She wasn't attracted to him. She simply was going to use him. She simply was going to try to get all that she could get out of him in terms of expensive dates. She thought however he carrying himself, she figured he's got money, and apparently he do. But at the same time, she thought she was going to grift off of him. She thought she was going to freeload off of this man and leverage the promise of sex to him and her, quote unquote, how provocative she is. The second mistake is that she overestimated how she looked. And many of you have fallen into this social media trap of believing that you all are 10s and 9s and 8s and dimes and bosses. And the vast majority, a good 80% of y'all, don't look like much. Okay? You are average. Average women. Y'all are 3s, 4s, and 5s on y'all best days. Some of y'all are 6s. So if you dress some of you up, you might get to be a 7. Some of y'all are not naturally pretty. See, I think of pretty women as women fresh face, not with all this makeup, not with all this other stuff done. And it is not that many women that are beautiful fresh face. And this is not even a knock because most women are average. Most women are average looking. That's why it's an average, because that usually denotes the majority, right? Average looking. Ways to make yourself more beautiful. Make sure that you're not extremely overweight. Make sure that you have proper physical hygiene and cleanliness. And make sure that your attitude and your demeanor and your disposition is actually pleasant. So many of you chicks are just unpleasant to even talk to in a brief setting. Y'all have these negative spirits. You got negative energy. All of that stuff is negative. Nobody wants to be around a chick that, you know what I'm saying, everything is a problem. Everything is problematic to you just off rip. Nothing is good enough just off. No one wants to be around a person that's not positive or don't have good energy. So many of y'all don't have good energy. Good energy will boost a 5 to a 7. If you are a 5 and you're not like crazy overweight or whatever, you got a decent sense of style, or and you know what I'm saying, you clean, you smell nice and all that kind of stuff, and you got a real good attitude, you're feminine, you're kind, you're nice, you humble, you positive, you easy to talk to and stuff like that. Do you know in men's eyesight you get raised up at least 2 to 3 notches? You start looking real cute. You start looking real cute to that guy because he starts liking your aura. He starts liking your energy. He starts liking your spirit and your femininity, and it draw him in. I know of that which I speak. So you start looking real nice when the conversation is pleasant. When you pleasantly surprise him with intelligence and, you know what I'm saying, demure behavior and things of that nature. If you come to him like that, then men be like, oh crap. She counted a dime. She's the dime. She start looking better than some of these other women that I've been with that obviously physically look better than her or got better body than her, but their attitude is trash. Whole attitude trash. So these are the mistakes that this woman has made. First mistake is wasting men's time. You are not even attracted to this man. You do not want this man. You do not like this man, but yet you're going to try to use him and finesse him and get money and dates and gifts and all this kind of stuff out of a man that you do not like. You're going to ghost him once the jig is up, or once you get tired of stringing him along, you know what I'm saying, or whatever, like you like him or like you want to be in a relationship with him. So that's error number one. Number two is overestimating how good you look. Coming off with that arrogance, because there is a difference between confidence and arrogance. Everybody likes confident people. Nobody likes arrogant people. Okay? Nobody likes arrogance. All right? So your attitude is number three. That's a problem. You're arrogant. You got this little chip on your shoulder and all of that type of flim flam. The other mistake that she made, she's being intentionally obtuse. When he went around the car to open the car door for her like a gentleman, you realize she locked that door. Let me paint that picture for y'all, because that was not small. This is how y'all disqualify y'allself. Y'all talk about y'all want a high value man. No, you don't, because you don't even know how to act. This is nothing about this was feminine or ladylike. Already a liability because you have an attitude. You already a liability because I showed up on time and you made me wait an hour. Liability. That her mobility value shot. She's not an asset. Not an asset to this man. All you had to do was be on time, not early, on time. Then she tried to give an excuse about work, and nobody care about that. You don't give your boss that excuse. You don't give your supervisor that excuse. You don't give me that. Don't give me that. I need y'all to understand. I need the women to understand how ridiculous that was. That's his car. That's not her car. She's in the passenger seat. Do you understand? Probably with no bus fare or no type of fare to get home. This one's broke. Okay? She want all this princess treatment. She's broke. Most of y'all are broke. Let's get that out the way. Right? She's sitting in this man's car. after she was late, probably talked slick, and was on live stream as they were driving. So she wasn't even paying him, giving him her undivided attention after being an hour late. Look at it. He comes around the car to open the door. She had locked that door. He had to knock on his own door. And she, yes, like he bothering her. He said, don't you want me to open the door for you? I mean, at the Cheesecake Factory? Out. Out. You're out. You disqualified, ma'am. Then he looked at like, are you, like that's what you've been doing with your phone? You've been online and you recording me? She thought she was going to eat him up. He said, oh, we can talk about it in front of them. We can talk about it. He had that F around and find out. Energy. Because she don't pay attention to no kind of men, she did not understand the energy that he came with when he said that. She was not going to like nothing he said after that. And she didn't. He came through with the F around and find out energy when he said, oh, we can talk about it in front of them. I can't get in the car so we can talk about, oh, okay. You ain't gonna like this. You're not gonna like this. I love how he did it too. I absolutely applaud how he did that. Oh, I'm not gonna get emotional. You're not worth all that. I'm just gonna calmly hand you this L respectfully. Because she got to talking about what she expected. I get courted. No, you don't. No, you don't. These chicks don't even understand the meaning of the word. So that was her other mistake. The uncooperative. Then had the audacity to say, what did I do on this date that was uncooperative? You just got through being uncooperative. You just got through locking that man's door. That's his door. You can't keep him out that car. You realize that, don't you? You don't have rights to be in that. That's a privilege that he let you in his car because you don't have any rights to that car or to access to him or nothing that he got. Then when he started talking about, well, I have expectations too. See, they don't like that, men with standards. Because men's standards are actually based in reality. So he was like, I expect respect. You could tell she listened to Sprinkle because the way she was trying to hold her mouth, the mannerisms was Sprinkle mannerisms. Y'all gonna get enough of her. She gonna have y'all out here with no man. Ooh, y'all ain't none of y'all gonna have no man. Listening to her. I'm supposed to be a pick-me. Y'all listening to her like she got the blueprint. You see how the blueprint turned out? She got the blueprint on how to keep y'all single. She got the blueprint on how to make y'all look absolutely stupid. Because as she was sitting there talking, he was looking at her upside the head like, what is you even talking about? I get courted. What? He was looking at her like, what? Exactly. So this showed that how controlling she is. Oh, I'm gonna lock the door. What? I ain't getting out this car. What? Oh, okay. bet you get out when I pull up to your house. I bet you get out then. He betting me because she'd have had to call an Uber. She would have had to call an Uber. I wouldn't have called nobody. So these are all the mistakes that this chick made. And once he started enumerating her problem, you were late, you kept me waiting, you didn't invite me, you were ungrateful. I had a whole itinerary, blew that. I was going to pay for everything, blew that. Plain. There's no compromise. Oh, now you want to cooperate. Now you want to cooperate. Girls, y'all don't knock that off. You only want to cooperate when men enforce their boundaries and enforce their standard. So you think that all of this foolishness that you have done before we could even get to the happenings of the date, you think you're gonna take me through all this foolishness and I'm gonna spend money on you? You got another thing coming. I'm gonna show you something. Because you think a man so thirsty for that little funk box you got that he can't tell you no matter what kind of foolishness you get up to. I'm going to show you a high value man. I'm going to show you what high value men do. We know how to say no to funk box. We know how to say no to that. Okay? Men that, and I don't know what he make or what he do. But I know that men that's got something going on in their life have had to turn down many of sex. Even with women they wanted to have a sex with because they was doing what they needed to do. I can't hang out and get none. I would like to. I certainly would like to, but it's going to take me way off what I'm doing. Maybe I'll get it next time or something. Many nights he just did not have the time. You know what? I would love to. I want some. I want some out of you. I want some out of you. But I can't do it. Man, I cannot do it. Thinks a man so thirsty he can't tell you no. I'm gonna take you back to the house. You going back, and I'm not gonna spend a extra dime. You going back. You going back. Back to the house. And don't text me no more. Don't text me no more. Don't text me no more. He going back to his women after that. Preeti, he going back to her. He going back to her. Because y'all done lost y'all mind. Y'all done lost y'all ever loving mind. Dropping you back off. Dropping you off. Don't call me. Don't text me. Nothing. Get out. Get out of my car. Respectfully. And you get blocked on the little dating app that we met on. And you getting blocked in my regular phone. Block. Block. Out of there. Let me get to these super chats, y'all. Let's see. Thank you, Miss 39 Dina, for your contribution, sweetheart. Thank you, Curtis. I've been spreading your message on Facebook, but this is a case of good old-fashioned mental, I don't like saying the word because usually the algorithm be tripping, at its finest. Exactly. Thank you, Simon. Said, love your content. I'm addicted to your show. Thank you so much. Thank you, Ty Boxer. Said, I would have taken her to Shay Uber, where she would have gotten home meals. Silly. Thank you, Barry. Said she was on a foodie hustle and she failed big time. Yes. Thank you, Skinny Boy. Said KS said average at best. For her, salad at best. Thank you, Red Pill Zulu. Said super sticker. Thank you so much for your super sticker. Thank you, Chano. Said vetting process, red flags, time, toll, trouble. Exactly. Thank you, Blue Exodus. Said pop your hijab one time. You speak it all facts. Thank you, CH Goal. A little bit of act right goes a long way. Definitely does. Thank you, Miss Alma. Said if she was being courted, she would not have been available for him to try to date. She needs to learn what courting is. Exactly. You don't even know what it means. Thank you, Adrian. Again, says so I guess he'd be wrong if he would have dragged her out the car. Thank you again, Miss 39 Dina, for your contribution, sweetheart. Thank you, Travel Dallas. I would have pretended to take her to that original spot, walked in and been like, crap, I forgot my wallet in the car. Stay right here. Yeah, see, yeah, but I wouldn't even do that. She's not worth none of that. Take her back. I'm telling you what he did to her. What he did to her was worse than any other reaction he could have had. And the fact that he had the reaction so calm, no. Like, you about to take this L. I'm going to make you take this L. You're not going to have no other choice but to eat this L. So respectfully. Oh, you finna take this L. She felt that. She still feel that to today. Even more so because it went viral. She feel I don't know when that took place, but she feel that right now. Exactly. Ejectocito, cuz. Ejectocito. You out. Y'all ladies better take note. Too many mistakes on this little high horse that y'all be on that don't make no sense. He was looking her upside her head like she grew a tail because y'all sound stupid. I'm going to tell y'all this and we going to end it. Y'all sound stupid when y'all talk about them standards that you don't have and them expectations. And the reason y'all sound so stupid is because when lost value people talk, sounds stupid to people that's in the correct value system. When you are in the 10 line value system, people who are in the lost value system sound stupid. They sound like they lost their mind. We be looking at y'all like, y'all not realize how ignorant you sound. Y'all need to shut your mouths and open your ears and read the room and figure out what's going on in the world. The men are not playing that no more. So anyway, I want y'all to go to crimsoncure.com and get your copy of Reclaiming the Black Feminine, Lies of Feminism and the Road to Recovery. Links are in the description box. Also, jump down in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Like, share, subscribe to the channel if you have not. Once again, I'm your hostess, The Crimson Cure, and this was my perspective. Bye-bye, Crimsonites.